Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Sakura Quest, which is on episode 23. This episode right here is setting things up for the festival in a sense for Manoyama, but apparently there's some trouble along the way that's going to be shows up towards the end of the episode. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that most of our heroines are like trying to get ready for the festival. Like one is preparing a play, while the other one ends up talking to a company that involves with a very strong bakery sense. And we see to it that this bakery is really famous and well known and wants to rent out a shop and see if they can help out Manoyama, etc. And this guy is actually from Manoyama, and he became CEO of a certain company, which is pretty interesting. So I just go like, well, it looks like this guy knows what he's doing, so we'll have to figure out what he's going to do from here on out. But aside from major consequences here and there, we have to it that they tried to talk to Ririko's grandmother to help him out with that, and of course she agrees after like a certain agreeing conversation with them. And of course she did try to go to many stores, but it was pretty hard for them to rent out a shop, maybe because of what's been happening, especially back then. There was one person they tried to talk to about renting out a shop apparently for the bakery industry, but apparently that did not work out anytime soon. But before all this happened, we have to it that Yoshino-chan herself, she was actually trying to figure out what she's gonna do after her 1 year contract as a queen. She doesn't really know what to do, and she's actually starting to like Manoyama. I'm thinking in my mind, well, have you ever figured out what you really like, what you really want to do exactly? That is something that most people would try to explain themselves or try to answer themselves as well. But it looks like to me, she still hasn't figured out what to do, but we'll have to find out in the future. After that, all that renting out a shop, etc., became drama. But apparently, Akiyama, I think that's the guy's name, who apparently had a very rough time to say yes, and he still says no. We had two that they all end up having a emergency board meeting involving the merchant board, and we had to it that Ririko's grandmother says that we may have to disband because of what's been going on, how it's so less and less lively and not a lot of customers, and because of what's been happening in the shopping district, it's not going so well. So I seem to understand her point, and I seem to get where she's coming from. I mean, I guess when certain things just don't work out, you might want to disband from a certain group and just continue on whatever you're doing. So I'm thinking in my mind, guess I can't blame her if she wants to stop or something, But aside from major consequences here and there, we have to it that Akiyama, his incident was revealed of why he does not want to rent out his shop anymore, even though he doesn't live there anymore. Because one guy rented out his shop and he wanted to make things liven up for Manoyama, but apparently less than half a year he just disappeared right off the map. So in other cases he just left them there, and the guy Akiyama who rented out the shop for him, his shop, he had to gather a lot of loans for the bank for his place, and that guy just left hanging running, going like, bye bye, see ya. And this was an outside of Manoyama. That's the reason why he doesn't want to go through that again. After hearing this, one of the guys who apparently does not want to rent out his shop, apparently, he ends up deciding to let them rent out the shop because he thought that something else happened instead of making money, etc. Of course, there was certain drama trying to make sure we all agree onto one thing, and of course we had to it that everyone agrees and they all getting ready, so it's all good, everything's good. But apparently aside from major agreements and good news along the way, there were a couple businessmen walking around Manoyama, and I'm pretty sure those of you guys who watched the episode will actually know what I'm talking about. And it's not really looking very pretty pretty right now because the chief of the entire Manoyama, which is Karota-san, obviously, he ends up bringing in some barrel of bad news towards the heroines by saying that we may end up facing the end of Manoyama very soon. And they go like, what are you talking about? And we have to it that he explains that because of what's been happening in Manoyama, etc., there are rumors happening here and there, but they also have plans for them to be absorbed into Tomikura or something, which surprises all the heroines and everyone that he decides to tell. And that's the issue. I don't know what that kind of drama is, because Manoyama has been a ghost town or dead town ever since anyone has started this series. And of course, Yoshino-chan was given an opportunity to maybe grab a job and try to work things out. And right now, things are still not looking so well for her right now, especially for everyone. But this festival is supposed to be a turning point, but we don't really know how that's going to go. And there's only a couple episodes left. And the bad news of Karota-san ends up explaining to the other heroines and Yoshino-chan, the queen, that Manoyama might come to an end and they're going to be absorbed into Tokimura or something. So yeah. So it looks like to me they solved some drama, but one drama ends up showing up towards the end of the episode. And there's only a couple episodes left, like 2 episodes I believe. Next week is 24, and after that is the final episode, 25. So yeah, we don't really know what's really bound to happen, but it's going to get really tense from here on out. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm off for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.